What's up, everybody? Dr. Spoken here, bringing you another random flash game, Gunball Reloaded. Never played the original Gunball, so I can't tell you how similar it was or how much it was alike, but I do know this is a fun game thus far, me playing it. Yes, we do want to start a new game. I did have a game started, but I was only like on the second level in because it crashed the first time I played it. And I didn't get to save any of my work, so that kind of sucked. All this was cleared out though. All this, I was making my way up the mountain of doom. Nonetheless, it's a pretty fun game, pretty cool. It's like a bot arena game. You can see you move around using the WASD keys, shoot using your space or mouse. Excuse me. And basically, you're gonna have a little bar up here telling you how many enemies there are left each time you kill one. Of course, that bar is going to drop. And this game, I'd like to say, is pretty much like any other bot arena game. Not to take anything away from it. Granted, it has cool design, it has cool levels and characters and boss fights. That's why I'm playing it. And I mean, you can only take a flash game so far. So with what they had to work with, it's a good game, top of the line, I believe. Higher quality, I should say. And there's quests that you can do, which will give you extra. I don't know what those stars are. I guess score points, whatever that may be. It'll also give you extra money, lives, that kind of stuff. The game is still sort of glitchy. Like if you go to the shop, let's see. Well, I won't really be able to show you in this video, but if you were to go to the shop later on, and you have all this power bar, and every weapon you use, every item you put on your character pretty much uses power of some sort. Later in the game, it gets annoying because you can only use, the Deathbringer, but then you got to use two shitty swords, and that's, I don't know. I was never a fan of limiting someone on how much mass destruction they can do, so I don't quite see. You can change your guns with Q and E, although I haven't found much use for it, except for if I have like a shotgun on one side and like a flamethrower. Then of course, sometimes you're gonna want to swap out, and sometimes you're not gonna want to. And the only reason I'm swapping here is I got swords and I have one gun, so enemies aren't gonna do too much. Well, could have let me pick it up. Excuse me. There's also little special things you can pick up, as you just saw. So, if we can get all these guys dead. It is a fun game. I would recommend people checking it out, playing it, giving it reviews. It is made by A10, which is a pretty large game studio. They made a lot of upgrade games, a lot of games similar to this, I guess would be the best way to put it. Let's see. Let's get the twin link gun. And like I said, this is pretty much like any other bot arena game. Here we go. As you can see, I put the gun on, but it also gave me another copy of it. For some reason, sometimes it'll do that. And, it doesn't hurt you. The game doesn't glitch out in any way that'll hurt you. Only make it easier, which I don't understand, but, I'll take it. Now I'm a machine gun death lord. I suppose you could do this, but I don't know. I simply don't like firing my guns to the side. I like being able to aim my guns, and the swords automatically spin if you hold down the mouse button, so it seems kind of pointless to me to put them up front, and I did not go using any of my skill points, which I probably should have. So yeah, this game, it's not the greatest when it comes to time-wise, simply because it feels like you play it for, which I mean, I know is the point, but it seems like you play it for much longer than is enjoyable trying to reach levels that you want to reach, if that makes sense. Sometimes the game progression is just too slow, and that, I don't know. It's nothing to do with the game that's wrong in and of itself. It's simply personal preference. let's go to skills. Now, another thing I'm sort of iffy about, right here you have Noel's Charity. Basically everything in the shop becomes cheaper once you upgrade to this. However, you can reset your skills anytime you want. So I can do that, reset them. Basically this skill is useless because you can simply go down the tree, spec 2 points into it, which is its max, go to the shop, buy what you want to buy, and then come back and reset your skills. So that there are a few things here and there that make me not necessarily dislike the game, just sort of question how much time they put into fixing the bugs and all that, which again, it's a Flash game. I understand people aren't going to be devoting their whole lives to these things, but it's still something that's noticeable and is there whenever you play it. Just watch out for it. Oh, and be sure, well, I guess I'll explain this whenever we get out of this little death trap. And another thing is sometimes the levels are too easy and enemies don't do anything, and then you'll go and it'll be a medium level, or it'll say it's a medium level, but the enemies will deal as much damage as if it was a hard level, and that sort of irks me. But again, not a bad game overall. I complain simply because I enjoy complaining, I suppose. So wipe all these guys out, and of course eventually the enemies do get guns, they get poison, you know, this, that. The enemies upgrade as you do, and it does make for a fun game, honestly. It is worth a play, I do believe. Another thing I wanted to mention is, if I can find it, this skill is excessively good. Moneymaker, if you're going to play this game, I recommend you using it all the way up every chance you get. Because otherwise it's going to be a slow process grinding through the game. Another thing that I want to say is, if you're going to quit, make sure you hit the back arrow. Otherwise it won't save your work, it will simply place you right back at the beginning and you'll have to start a new game, which is annoying, especially if you've already put in an hour's worth of work, or whatever it may be. So there are magnets on here, of course. There's always magnets on games. I usually like to keep it at the back side simply because I'm not aiming with my ass, you know. But yeah, I recommend you guys checking it out if you enjoy this sort of thing. If not, I don't know what to tell you. I guess you shouldn't be watching the video. Nonetheless, though, I'm not going to get too deep into the game. Oh, actually, I'm going to go to our first boss fight, which is the little skull. Simply that way you guys can see what they're like, but past that, I'm not going to play further into the game. I don't want to ruin the upgrades. I don't want to ruin the experience of playing a game. To me, if I see everything in a game, then it's really sort of pointless for me to go back and play it, because then I'm just shooting for the same things that I just saw. And that's just not very fun for me personally. So I'll let you guys enjoy it on your own time, in your own manner. I'm not quite sure what happens whenever an enemy rages. They just glow. They might do more damage. I haven't checked it out completely yet, but you know, whatever it does, I enjoy killing them faster. So, and I enjoy the level up animation for this whenever you're just in the middle of a match, although I wish it would re-heal you or heal you, however you want to look at it. And I am just trying to speed through here, that way this isn't a 20-30 minute video. You guys ain't gonna sit here all day just to see what fighting the boss is like. So these guys will just die. There we go. Okay. The enemy left bar also sometimes will confuse you simply because it'll look as if it's gone, but there will still be enemies left. So there we go. Our last one did, and like I said, that money thing, without it we would be earning like $300 per, what's it called, per little map area mission thing. But instead we have we've been earning a lot more. Let's see. And if you'll see the little explosion up there underneath the name and to the left of how much it costs, that's sort of like how much power it has hitting with it. Let's get a we get a butcher. Throw that on there, and we can sell this stuff. And we should just have, yeah, one more place, and then we'll have the boss, and that'll be good. So hopefully this level won't give us too much of a problem. And I know I don't have any skills selected. That's simply so I can earn as much money as possible right now and get to the weapons and items that I'd like to have, and that's really going to help us in the long run. So it is going to put me at a slight risk for dying. However, I think we'll be alright. We just got to avoid the enemies that randomly come in off the screen. Like if I'm backing up, sometimes they'll come up from behind us. Just got like that. Like there, and all those guys actually. The best thing to do is just sort of clear a path out, circle around them, and line them all up and attack. And of course, the game has things like multi kills, you know, ultimate kills, all that good stuff. So it is very well developed, I believe, for a Flash game of its sorts. Granted, it doesn't have everything, but again, it just now came out today, so be a little lenient with the people. I'm sure they'll upgrade it or fix it, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I was wondering if I was doing any damage to that guy, because it just looked like he was gonna keep coming at me like a swordfish, in a sense. And these guys are annoying, simply because they always keep moving, and it's hard for me to attack if they're moving, you know. Okay, I'd rather not die on here if at all possible. There we go, got a level up. Should be able to kill him, and that'll be it. Let's get all the money. Wow. Another thing I don't like, if you die, you don't get the money that you got while playing, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of a piss off, but nonetheless, we'll manage. Just trying to think of some way we can make it easier on ourselves. I suppose we can just throw 2 in there, 1 there, and 1 there. Now we'll be doing a little bit more damage, have a little bit more armor. Hopefully things will run a little bit smoother. Honestly, I shouldn't have died on that. I was just trying to rush through it too fast. This machine gun, I really wish it'd do more damage. I know I can upgrade the damage and stop being so greedy and all that, but, you know, who likes doing that? Not this guy. I'd rather have the damage over the health any day, pretty much. Okay. And another complaint I do have is sometimes the levels get to taking a little long. And it gets slightly annoying simply because you're just sitting here doing the same thing over and over again, running in circles, you know, killing enemies over and over and over and over and over, which, you know, is the point of a Flash game. It is to keep you busy for an hour or 2 hours, you know, maybe a day tops, maybe a full-length day. But after that, it's not something you really want to come back to and keep investing all your time in. You know, it's not like a Skyrim or a Fallout or a Call of Duty where you're gonna invest days and days and hours worth of time. But it is a nice little thing if you're bored at the office or, you know, wherever. And there's a health. There we go. This time's going much more smoothly. I do believe we have a lot more health than what we did last time. As long as I don't go taking these bombs to the face, like Tabe, we should be alright. Oh, I know another thing that would have helped greatly, and that's putting my skill on. Okay, gotta get out of that area. Now we're right back where we were just a minute ago, except I have more health, and 1 down, and 2 down. Alrighty. Now, I'm not quite sure what the pluses do. You can't click on them to do anything. I'm not sure. It doesn't account for your lives. If you die, it doesn't take one out, so you'll be alright there. And there are these, a pirate cave and crash site. I believe those are the only 2 on the game, at least the only 2 that I've found. And they're just sort of like little extra areas you can do whenever, almost whenever. You gotta be level 10 to do that one. But just for a nice little lump sum of cash, gold, money, moolah, whatever. Now for the boss. The boss we're gonna throw a rocket launcher on. And that should do us pretty well. Alrighty, let's go to skills. How many we have? We have 7. Alrighty, let's do that. Let's give rockets and a little bit of a shield. That way we don't just die as soon as we go in there. And I know it says hard, however, majority of the boss fights are actually easier than the hard levels themselves, so I don't quite understand that, but you know, whatevers. Ow. And this boss especially doesn't have very much health. As you can see, we're just sort of working away on him. The general strat you want to have for the boss is run away, like in all games, but the only thing that annoys me is whenever he shoots out those rockets, there's no way to counteract that. How much damage does this do? It does a decent little number, but I don't know if it does more than machine gun. And now we're in the corner. Let's try not to die, because I'd like to end this video here. It's already been 20 minutes. Like I said, I wasn't trying to make this long of a video, but if need be, then so be it. And he's almost there. Almost. And we're almost dead, so hopefully we can kill him before he kills us. Although one more hit will do it. Can we do it? No. Alright, well nonetheless you guys saw the boss fight, you saw how the game works. I'll leave it there, let you guys play for yourself, see how you like it. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.